All right, we're back for the second half. North Vancouver 38, Campbell 29. And early on here, the big guy going back in with a nice baby sky hook, doubling his point production from the first half. Zachary, 4 points now as Handsworth goes up 40-29.
Campbell needs to get something going here early on in the third quarter as Handsworth has opened up an 11-point lead. Inside they go to Ron.
Little more under control there. He did.
Remington Lenton Young with a shot, no good. With the big guy standing there, it's going to be tough to get shots inside.
Puts his hands up there, touching
partway
up the backward. And going inside, not to Zachary, but number 12, who gets 2 points for the Handsworth.
Jamie Wallace with his initial 2 points of the game. And Handsworth has the first 4 points of the second half and are looking to run away with this. Giesbrecht for three, no good from Campbell.
That long halftime seems to have cooled off both sides here. It's not the same intensity that we finished the first half with at all.
Nice defensive play by Jamal Williams, hustling back on defense to knock it out. Sam Chow to throw it in. There it is, Tyler Kepke draws the contact, no good. Kai Williams, outlet to Giesbrecht. And here come the Tartans on offense. Long pass out of bounds by Giesbrecht.
Now I see Zachary's back in the game. He's got some tape on his left wrist. He wasn't in the game long enough for me to remember if he had that or if that he could.
I don't think it's anything serious.
Well, he did hit the floor in the first game. He crashed here in front of our location pretty hard, and I remember seeing him come off holding his wrist then. But
Kepke misses for three on the feet from Lee. Long rebound, Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht up to Herbison. He goes baseline.
Nice little dish
nice
there,
pass,
but it gets away
it's
from
turnover.
Young.
Here comes Lee on the run for Handsworth. Stutter move.
Campbell trying to trap here.
Giesbrecht on the turnover. He doesn't have numbers, so he pulls it out. Kai Williams up top, Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht swings it around to Herbison. Herbison to Giesbrecht. Inside to Jamal Williams. Right at the big guy. And scores.
With his left hand, nice little pump fake. Got
nice little play
got
there.
Zachary up and in the air, and then when he came down, he managed to get the shot off.
Tyler Kepke setting up the half-court offense for the Royals. There's a flash by number 12, Jamie Wallace. Kepke up top again. Outside to Lee. Lee back to Kepke. Reverses it to Chu. Chu drives.
3 seconds on the shot clock. They just get the shot away. No good, however, and Herbison collects the rebound.
Giesbrecht out on the wing. Giesbrecht to Jamal Williams, right at the big man again. And a foul by number 9.
Interesting. Jumping with his back to the basket, sort of from one side to the other with quite a lean, and so really doing a fair bit of pushing there, but because he's moving, it's not noticeable.
Out comes Rick Giesbrecht. Andrew Giesbrecht, for the Tartans. And in comes number 8, Greg Finch. Jamal Williams in control, over to his brother Kai. Back out to Jamal. Out on the wing to Herbison. Out to Jamal Williams, who's operating more out of the point. Nice play. Number 8, Greg Finch scores. And right back comes Campbell, down by 9 again. Kepke slowing things down. Out to Scott Lee. Sam Chu off the screen. Back up top. Oh, almost a steal there by Herbison. Kepke misses the shot. Jamal Williams cleans the boards and on the run. Remington, Lenton, Young scores.
That makes Campbell's score 35, North Vancouver 42. Campbell's starting to close the gap a bit.
That was a nice little transition play there.
Yeah.
Scott Lee again up top to Chow. Into the big man. Let's see what Robert Zachary does. Dishes it inside and a turnover. Kai Young.
Oh, there goes an ankle.
Kai Williams goes down hard. And up he gets. He looks okay. Yeah. That hurt his ankle though. Seemed to get tangled up with the Handsworth player.
Yeah, his game isn't really from the midcourt to the foul line. It's down there on the baseline, and he was trying to run the fast break.
Jamal Williams up top. He runs the show with Giesbrecht out of the game.
Nice
and an
steal
errant
there.
pass there. Turns it over. Kepke on the run. Outside to Chu. Back to Kepke. Out to Lee. Lee for three. No good. Rebound. Chu. Misses that. Robert Sacre.
Don't tell me that. Now what have we got? We got a technical? No? Yes.
Technical foul called on number 8, Gold. The Tartans are busy listening to the referee's opinion.
On 8, they gave it to. Looks like they gave it on 8. 3 of the Campbell players, their palms turned up going, what happened?
Greg Finch, I don't think, has a clue what happened there, but he got called for a technical foul. Coach Skip Campbell's up.
And
Discusses it briefly with the official. Kepke will shoot the foul shots.
Meanwhile, we've got a sub for the Handsworth Royals over here as number 23. Dan
Kepke
Novak
misses the first
back
shot.
into the game.
And the technical will be 2 plus possession. Kepke misses the first of the free throws. Hits the second.
Handsworth 43, Campbell 35, and we reached the 3:41 mark in the third quarter here. Well, kind of a mystery. I don't see anybody around who really knows what went on.
Not sure what happened there, but here come the Royals on offense.
It was away from the play, so maybe he said something.
Scott
Although
Lee
he doesn't seem to remember.
down in the corner. Kepke again. No good.
So the
Nice
Royals
board.
haven't found their outside shooting game that they had here in the first half, but
Here comes Jamal Williams again, handling the post in Giesbrecht's absence. Into Remington, Lenton, Young. In the corner, Jamal Williams misses a long 2-point shot.
there's a guy who knows he's not going to run the break as he takes the rebound, starts out, but thinks better of it and kicks it back to Kepke.
That would be the prudent play in that situation. Dan Novak into the big man, Robert Sacre.
Nice patience as
and he scores.
Campbell players were leaping all around him to deflect the pass. He just waited till he got his balance and put in the, I don't even know if you'd call it a 2-footer. It was maybe about 8 inches.
You think they've practiced that a few times?
I think they do. Oh, and we have a turnover. They're saying it was touched last by number 9 of the Royals, Sam Chow.
I think the Tartans got a break there as Campbell will inbound in the offensive zone. Herbison inbounds. Giesbrecht back in the game.
Nice little spin move, and who does he meet in the middle of the paint there but the big 6'11", Handsworth.
Nice. Jamal Williams takes it hard to the middle and scores the basket.
He's shown that nice one-handed touch before. Most of the time you don't want to see your players taking that kind of shot. Campbell player picking up a foul there as Sacre was double teamed and tried to dump the ball to the other side of the key where he had a teammate left open.
I had to laugh last time down for Andrew Giesbrecht coming inside and running into Robert Sacre inside.
Yeah.
Quickly pulled it out and went to the wing.
All right, Handsworth unable to convert there after they get another chance. Giesbrecht pops out on the baseline.
Andrew Giesbrecht scores the basket for the Tartans. That pulls them to within
6 here.
6 points, and they've made a run.
Yeah.
The Royals trying to answer. Tyler Kepke up at the top of the key, running the offense. Out to Scott Lee, back to Kepke. Over to Lee. Lee goes baseline.
Tough shot, a fadeaway.
Fadeaway, no good. Kai Williams on the rebound, and the Tartans are on the run. Giesbrecht with numbers. Delays. Oh, and a tough shot. Misses
Yeah, 1-on-4 is pretty tough.
Remington Lenton Young scores.
A few Campbell players left unguarded as...
and here come the Tartans.
I think all of the Handsworth players had collapsed there down on the far baseline around the Campbell players. He tried to pull up for that short jump shot. I suppose he had to shoot. There's no way he could see anybody that passed.
What do you think, Vic? 45-41.
Well, if North Vancouver doesn't see their outside shooting touch return, then they're going to just have to get a little more decisive in going inside. Right now they're still trying to take that shot. It's just not falling, and perhaps worried about another foul. Sacre is not being very aggressive at this point at either end on the boards.
And I'm surprised they don't try to go inside to him a little bit more. They haven't even attempted to very much. And Campbell, this is typical of their games. They have been in some very tight games, the first two here at BRIT. And they're a team of character. They find a way to get it done. So here they are again, right in the game, down 4 with 1:26 to go in the third period.
Coach Randy Story of the Handsworth Royals there, walking right out onto the just about mid-court with his point guard, trying to settle him down, stop the bleeding,
so to speak. And here come the Royals as number 10 starter Matt Speakman back in the game with Kepke. Scott Lee sets up. Dan Novak looks inside. Outside to Kepke. Dan Novak goes baseline and
they
travel.
called him on the travel. Campbell playing his own right now. They're collapsing quite well, and Handsworth is still searching for a solution.
Handsworth falls back into the 2-3 zone. Kai Williams into his brother Jamal. Back to Kai. Knocked out of bounds. And
Young
last touch by the Tartans.
Young got a hand on that.
That was good defense by Scott Lee. Here come the Royals. Kepke outside to Lee. He looks outside. Kepke got it again. He runs the perimeter. Out to Lee. Back to Kepke. Out to Lee. Inside to Novak. Deflected.
Boy, left all alone there, begging for the ball.
7 seconds left. Kepke drives the lane, circus shot, and scores. There's a guy who made something out of nothing on that last possession. Tyler Kepke.
Yeah. Speakman was just begging for the ball over on the far wing there as the entire Campbell defense had come over to this side of the court.
The Tartans very static on offense, just standing there. They look like they're running the clock down, and they are for the last shot of the quarter. Here comes Herbison outside to Kai Williams. Giesbrecht
with the three,
no good
for
3. Robert Sacre on the rebound.
I'm so impressed with his all-around presence of the game. Like, he didn't try to do anything with that ball. He just got possession and covered it up. No way that North Vancouver was going to be able to get a good look with a little bit of time at the end of the quarter.
He just stands there and puts his hand up, and nobody's going to touch it either.
So the score at the end of 3 quarters, North Vancouver 47, Campbell 41.
And in the second half, picking up right where he left off, Tyler Kepke with 3 points.
Well, I don't know if Kepke I think he's been struggling a little bit. Robert
Sacre with 4. And so those are the only guys who've really put any points on the board.
Yeah, slow start. I think the awards there for the cheerleading kind of took some of the momentum out of the game for both sides, and I'm sure as the players start to realize that the outcome of this game is going to determine what time they play tonight, we're going to start to see that intensity start creep back into the flow of the game.
You know, a guy who's impressed me is Remington Lenton Young for the Tartans. He's in there in tough against Robert Sacre, and he scored 10 points in the game, 4 in the second half. And those are hard-earned points inside for him.
Yeah, you're right. So coming out to the timeout for the Handsworth Royals, it's Sacre and Speakman.
This is it, the chance to move on to the BRIT final. The final 8 minutes. One of these teams will be moving on to that final. The other one will be playing for the third place position. And the Tartans bring the ball up. Number 11, Andrew Giesbrecht on offense. Gets the ball out to Herbison. Jamal Williams over to Giesbrecht. Open look. Misses it short. And Robert Sacre cleans up the rebound.
Skying for that ball was Kai Williams. However, when he came down, he bumped into one of the Handsworth players and the ball came loose.
Kepke swings it around to Scott Lee. Lee
big skip pass
around.
right across the court. And is this going to get him started? No.
Off of Robert.
And he's frustrated. Kepke unable with a wide open look from the baseline in the corner. Misses another three.
Here comes Handsworth. They stay on offense as it was deflected out by the Tartans. And now it is turned over. Here comes Giesbrecht. No numbers. He'll pull it out and run the offense. Giesbrecht knifes through the lane. Oh, and is rejected by Robert Sacre. Kepke with the basket.
There's a smile on Kepke's face. Coming back hard was one of the Williams boys who went up with him, but Kepke managed to bank that layup in and see if that doesn't take the lid off the bottle.
Giesbrecht thought better of taking another shot in the lane.
Campbell gets yet another hand on it back here at defense, and they knock the ball out, so it'll be Handsworth inbounding on the end line. It's 41 for Campbell, 49 for North Vancouver.
21 seconds on the shot clock.
Just under 7 minutes to go here.
Kepke's got the ball. Shooting and hitting from 2 points.
Strange how that works, but once the player sees one of his shots go through the hoop, it just seems that much easier to make the next one.
Herbison inside to Kenton. Herbison scores. Nice play. You know what? They need Herbison to get hot here if the Tartans are going to have any chance of making up this 8-point difference.
Well, I would say Herbison or perhaps Kai Williams again. He's cooled off from that first half.
Lee outside to number 10, Matt Speakman.
Novak turns a
foul on Tyler Kepke off the turnover by Dan Novak,
who looked pretty flustered as he was right in the middle of the key at the free throw line and surrounded by two Campbell players, spinning and looking, and he turned and passed it right to one of the Campbell guards.
Kai Williams inbounds to Giesbrecht. We've got 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter here. 8-point lead. Kai Williams to Herbison, and Herbison scores off the wing. Here comes Herbison.
You tell me you have a crystal ball? It's a good call.
Lee on offense for the Royals.
Campbell really picking up the intensity of their defense here.
Matt Speakman back to Kepke. Kepke runs the perimeter.
There's a nice screen, and he's going to get a look, but
Lee for three.
Kicks it out.
No good. Rebound. Wow. Kai Williams. Outlet to Giesbrecht. No numbers, and he'll pull it up and run the offense. Giesbrecht trying to knife into that 6-point Royals lead. Misses a jump shot, and it's Lee on the run. Back the other way for the Royals. Lee gives it to Kepke, the floor general for Handsworth. He looks over the Tartan defense, sets his play, and starts it over to Lee in the corner. Novak misses the ball there. Giesbrecht scores.
Trailing by 4. Campbell now has 47, North Vancouver 51, and the baskets have been hard to come by the last little while for the North Vancouver team.
This is a scrappy Tartan team. They're not going to go away. It's a 4-point North Vancouver lead. North Vancouver, and Kepke from way outside.
That three-pointer must have been close to 8-10 feet back from he was closer to midcourt than the three-point line and nothing but net.
That was a good 4 feet outside the three-point line.
I just said 8 to 10.
8 to 10 then. Steve Herbison again. That's 6 points, and he's starting to heat up for the Tartans. Here comes Lee. Lee operates at the top of the key. Turns the ball over.
Turnover.
Here come the Tartans. Giesbrecht draws the foul from Robert Sacre.
Now we'll see. Maybe that'll wake him up a bit. He's sort of been fairly passive. But, that must be 3 or 4 times in the last few possessions that Handsworth hasn't really been able to get the ball below the free throw line. And I was about to say just before that turnover that Kepke's 3 might be the sort of the end of the momentum that Campbell really had developed. 4-point lead for North Vancouver. 4 minutes and 1 second left in the game.
I guess what's really impressive about that 3-point play is the fact that it looks like it's within his range.
Yeah.
Andrew Giesbrecht hits both free throws.
Now he's trying, wow. And this time with the rebound.
Robert
So there we go. I think Handsworth leads now at 5. Kepke took another long 3-pointer. He was right up by the sideline. Didn't go, but the defense wasn't there like they were the last time, and Sacre was able to get it a putback. He's at the line now for a chance to make a 3-point play. Not quite. And we got a violation, I think, here by one of the Campbell players. So Sacre going to get a 2-shot foul. All right. See, his shot didn't go in. Did they call it before?
Robert Sacre missed that foul shot.
So I guess they must have said that foul happened before the shot went up.
Oh, turnover. Campbell stays on offense. Giesbrecht for 3. No good.
And
foul by number 12 on North Vancouver, Jamie Wallace. Remington Lenton
2
Young
fouls on Jamie.
Goes to the line here. Sorry, Vic. Trying to cut into that 5-point North Vancouver lead. Hits the first.
53, Campbell trails now only by 3. It's going to be, they've just changed it now back to 52. Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire.
Now 3. Here comes North Vancouver clinging to a 3-point lead with 3:28 left and a trip to the finals riding on the line. Sam Chu with the ball.
Campbell extending their defense, and those last two long 3-point attempts by Kepke, just an indication of how hard they're finding it to get inside.
Lee for 3. Oh, big 3-point play.
I guess they're prepared to live by or die by that 3-pointer.
Lee steps up and hits one.
But Kepke this time managed to dribble around and create some penetration so that when he kicked it out, Lee was wide open.
Herbison trying to answer, no good.
Speaking of wide open, Herbison had a nice good look from the far side and trapping all over. Here we go. Campbell getting where they're showing a little desperation there. I'm surprised to see them that aggressive after a missed shot.
Scott Lee operating the offense. Kepke drives the lane.
He's going to try it again.
Tartan's on the run. Here's Andrew Giesbrecht scoring.
59-55.
They won't go away.
No, they won't go away. North Vancouver still in front as we come up on the 2-minute mark.
Andrew Giesbrecht with 8 points here in the second half has really stepped up for the Tartans, along with Steve Herbison with 6. Tartan fans calling for a stop on defense, and they'll get it on the 3-second violation.
Call.
Here come the Tartans, down 4 points.
Just under 2 minutes.
With 1:57 to go, and Andrew Giesbrecht bringing the ball up court.
Well, I don't know if you can hear that out there, but
Kai Williams.
the gym is decidedly a home province contingent, and so they're cheering, "Let's go Campbell." Unable to convert that last trip down the court, and so North Vancouver has the ball once again.
Here comes Sam Chu down in the corner. Kepke misses that.
And a foul going to go against number 12 of North Vancouver. They don't seem to really be able to make their presence felt on either end of the court. The rebounds, Campbell has throughout the whole game really done a much better job getting second chance points.
Remington Lenton Young with the good position that time, drawing the foul for the Tartans. Here comes Andrew Giesbrecht with $1:16 left. in the semifinal. Another foul against North Vancouver, number 12, Jamie Wallace. And that'll be a 2-shot foul for the Tartans.
That's Wallace's third foul. Coaches are starting to get up here. I think we're going to...
What do you think, Coach?
What do I think?
You know, you'd be wary here of Tyler Kepke sneaking in behind the offense. I know it's only the first shot, but they need to be aware of him.
Well, North Vancouver has just continued to put up three-pointer after three-pointer, getting just a couple of them to fall, enough to keep them trying, I guess. And I think if they're going to go that way the rest of the game, they're going to need at least one more three to go in.
Here comes North Vancouver with a minute 6 left, up 3. Kepke's got the ball at the top of the key, motioning to Scott Lee, who takes his pass. They run the perimeter. And Andrew Giesbrecht on the foul, number 11.
So North Vancouver in the bonus, I believe.
That's 4 fouls on Andrew Giesbrecht. They'll take the ball on the sideline.
I guess we're not going to be able to go by the score clock here. Maybe that bonus light isn't working, but be nice to know how many fouls we have here, team fouls. 50 seconds, 3-point lead for North Vancouver.
Full shot clock. North Vancouver is using that shot clock. Kepke for 3.
And he makes it. That's going to do it. Skip Campbell standing up to call a timeout.
Campbell takes the timeout with 39.8 seconds left.
They still haven't changed. It should be 62. They're going to change that.
That'll be a 6-point North Vancouver lead.
Yeah. There's no way they were going to be able to keep taking those threes, not being able to rebound on the offensive glass and pull this thing out. So they definitely needed that basket.
If you're looking for 3-point shooters from Campbell, who do you look for here, Vic?
Well, I think Giesbrecht is the one that
I think I agree with you that Andrew Giesbrecht, who's heated up in the second half with 8 points, as well as Steve Herbison has been do it.
Herbison hasn't really looked he's been on the perimeter, but he hasn't really looked for the shot so much out there. He's sort of been more that role player, take the first, second pass from the point guard and then inside or to somebody that's coming open off a screen after some motion. So,
and here we go, 41 seconds left.
I think what we're going to see here is one of the players on either of these teams is going to make that gamble. Do I go for this pass? Do I try and beat this guy? They're going to take that chance, and the outcome of that gamble is going to determine whether this 6-point spread is widened or closes up a bit. So somebody's going to have to make it happen, and it's a question of who's going to do that.
Token defense in the front court by Scott Lee. Here come the Tartans. Kai Williams to Herbison, and he's got it for 3.
Unbelievable.
Full court pressure.
He must have been keeping that in his pocket.
And it's a turnover.
Not yet.
Number 12.
Wow.
North Vancouver ball.
Good hustle by North Vancouver. They just barely saved it in the far corner.
Referees conferring here.
This should be North Vancouver's
They're
ball.
talking as whether it's been 5-second call in the back court. 24 seconds on the clock.
Oh, it never got reset.
They're conferring and putting 24 seconds on the clock.
Okay, so we got
inbounding the ball. Here comes Kepke.
Not to be denied. He dribbled past 3 guys, and then the 4th guy picked him up and knocked him to the ground. One of the Williams here, I think, is going to get the foul.
Kepke goes to the line.
22 seconds left.
Check that, they have fouls lead to give.
A 3-point lead.
Inbound by Sam Chu. 22 seconds left. 3-point lead, like Vic was saying. Misses the shot. Andrew Giesbrecht.
17 seconds. 3-pointers up.
No good. Sacre with the foul. Furious action here as Giesbrecht hikes up a three. Robert Sacre cleans up the rebound and is fouled immediately by the Tartans.
You know, we've seen it a couple of times today. In games, the team that's behind, somehow they get that wide open three. This is the first time we've had two great comeback games. Holy Cross came back against MEI. Campbell came back in an earlier game. Or I'm sorry, not Campbell, but EDP and beat Mount Baker with 2 threes and a 2 in the last minute. Wide open threes. I don't know, how does a team get that when that's the only way they can get back in the game? Somehow the other team's defense just loses track of somebody or can't keep up, I guess.
I guess the key to the game here, Vic, with the 3-point lead is can North Vancouver nail it down with free throw shooting with Robert Sacre?
Yeah, you're right. They need one of these 2 free throws and then no fouls. 10.3 seconds.
Because there is enough time to go the length of the floor and score a 3-point play.
Well, they're talking, I see some of the Campbell players, looks like, oh no, they're getting rid of that. Questioning what that strategy might be coming out of the Campbell timeout there.
Here we go. Check that. Sacre was fouled. They had fouls to give, so it won't be shots. They're inbounding the ball. Robert Chu inbounds for North Vancouver.
So, and they foul right away.
Now they'll be shooting with 9 seconds left.
So Scott Lee's gonna see if all that practice pays off. Skip Campbell calling another timeout. 9 seconds. His team down 3 points.
I believe that's icing the shooter, like in the NFL, icing the kicker. Does that work?
I think in some cases it does, but most of the boys that are on the court for these two teams, I'm sure, have played enough basketball that it's not something they're unfamiliar with.
Scott Lee's on the line for North Vancouver, a very good shooter for them. That's the guy they wanted getting fouled, him or Tyler Kepke.
Nine seconds, a lot of time here. 3 points. Really what North Vancouver wants here is to get at least one of these 2 free throws and no fouls. Or even if somehow, should they miss one, to get possession again.
Yeah. Big free throws here for Scott Lee as he looks to lock down a trip to the finals for his North Vancouver secondary Royals. He's short on the first one. This will make it interesting.
Ball seemed to stay in his hand a little long on the release. That looks better. 64-59. A 3-pointer by Hervison. And the big guy hangs on.
And that's going to do it.
Yeah.
North Vancouver is going to win this game.
0.1 of a second. It's all over.
Tyler Kepke shooting these free throws to end the game.
I'm not sure why North Vancouver's lining up. If I was the coach, I'd be calling my guys back to well away here so that there's no way picking up a foul.
Kepke misses the first of 2.
Well, Campbell, one of the pre-tournament favorites to be in the final. Looks like they're going to lose this one by a score of 64-59. And off the end wall. Unbelievable game by Handsworth. Scott
Tyler
I'm not
Cupcake,
sure if anybody can hear us right now. Harris.
Unofficially 33 points to lead the Royals.
Found his shooting touch again in the second half. Last part of the game, knocking down some very big three-pointers. Yeah, and it took him a while. Just seeing here, he had 14 points in the second half. It took him a while to get on track. And a very different kind of, they were spot up, whereas in the first half it was all a high-tempo game and he was getting wide-open looks. Here he really had to show some composure, and clearly he was frustrated there. As it took him quite a while before, it was that layup. It was his first basket. And after that, the rim or the hoop got big again. So outstanding game there for the Handsworth Royals by their veteran point guard, number 11, Tyler Kepke.
Very interesting for the Tartans. The starters they had all but 2 of their points in the game. The 5 starters from the Campbell Tartans. Remington Lenton Young had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points. Steve Herbison heated up in the second half with 9 points to go along with 5 first half points. Andrew Giesbrecht, a strong second half, 8 points to go with 5 in the first half. And the Williams brothers, Kai didn't have any in the second half, but he had 10 in the first, and Jamal had 5 in the second half. And
you got to think that the Handsworth coaching staff real happy to see the effect of shutting down Kai Williams, who was eating them up inside in the first half. Warming up for the second semifinal here at BRIT 2005. To our right, the Ross Shepherd Thunderbirds of Edmonton, Alberta, and they'll be facing off against provincial rival, I guess in the sense of the Battle of Alberta, the Lester B. Pearson Patriots from Calgary, Alberta. Both of these teams were at last year's BRIT. So the winner of this next game is going to face the Handsworth Royals in the BRIT 2005 championship, scheduled for 9 o'clock local time. And at the moment we would be about 15 to 20 minutes behind schedule, so that game perhaps starting closer to 9:30 than 9 o'clock.
So Robbie versus Jamal, maybe the number 1 versus number 2 post in Alberta. DJ and Terrence are the number 1, number 2 grade 11s in Alberta.
DJ and Terrence Blake?
Yeah. This game was custom built in Alberta, and it's happening in Saskatoon.
All right. Well, we're going to turn it over to. We're going to be done here, and we're done. We've got a couple new announcers. I don't know. My voice is getting harder by the moment. It sounds that way. Sounds pretty rough. So I might just be done. If you want to. We summarized a bit the scoring and so on, but if you want to talk about this next game, I'm just going to put my headset down here and take a break. Okay, we're going to turn it off. There's just over 5 minutes on the clock for these two teams to warm up, and we'll be bringing you the second semifinal here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks for listening. Please let us know you were out there. Send us even just the briefest of emails. Tell us what you thought, and enjoy the rest of the tournament. Bye for now.